That's okay.
That's
I like
actually
that.
insane.
Yep, that's what it is.
Crazy how they picked Jeff's favorite mode and maps. The same
Yep.
rotation.
Yeah, this is a special one, that's for sure. Okay, well,
Today's episode will be on overcoming adversity.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So a couple points here for today, just so that everyone knows what our schedule's looking like. We're gonna do, our league as we usually do, and then towards the end of this, if we possibly can get enough people, we're gonna try and do a little bit of an in-house PB, where we try and
Hey.
get a full lobby, ideally of 8, so that we can record our VOD for our next VOD review next week.
Hype.
Because the player we're working with doesn't have a capture card, but if I am able to go into spectator mode and watch what they're up to, that is a legitimate way of recording it. And there they are. It's the Zacharias. They are going to be our next person after
Nice.
Kiwilicious this week. Then at 4 Arizona/Pacific time, that's when we're going to start the VOD review with Kiwilicious. And then it's usually a little bit of extra time after those VOD reviews, so we can maybe get back into some League or PBs after that. Yes, I was, in fact. Welcome, Zacharias. Yeah, hopefully we get enough Squid friends in the chat here that we can just get a lobby going after a little bit of League here, and we can be on our way. I will start by making a League room here. What's up, Devi?
Squid School.
All right, room is open.
I'm on the way.
There it is.
Devi's up with the pom-poms. Yeah, okay, so Devi's happy about Kelp Dome. But Devi's not playing today, so... So Devi plays Hydra, and Hydra is nuts on Kelp Dome. It is easily its strongest map in the game. Alright, so here we all are. What do we want to do?
I can switch around. I wasn't planning on playing anything
So
particular.
Mikhail Dukesha, what are you thinking of doing today, Andre? You sticking to the Orange Enzab?
I'd like to, I think.
Alright, go for it.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna move around here. I don't really know what though. It's been a while since I played Rainmaker.
Oops, all missiles.
Alright.
Yeah, I was thinking of going Hydra. I might if Nzap isn't working out.
Maybe I might go Soda Slosher here,
Okay. This'll work.
and then
Oh, I forgot to change my name to Cascore. Decided to pull everything together since I've been streaming so much lately.
Is it Kazgore or Cascore?
Cascore.
Okay. Because isn't it Kazgore on Twitch?
No,
just
it's the
blind?
same thing.
Oh my god. Okay. Maybe I've just been seeing the G in Gamer. I don't know.
Ooh.
Probably.
Jen
Alright.
has the fresh jersey on. Let's go.
he's fresh.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, I don't know what I want. I'm gonna take
Dripstream
some stealth
Got-
jump.
Got my tag on the back. Can I turn in a way that's visible? There we go.
Oh,
Oh,
man, I want to
nice.
Okay. Can we talk about this for a second? I don't have a PowerPoint ready yet, but let me
Elevator
pitch
real
it.
quick.
Okay, when locals open back up, I foresee a content gap, which is local coverage for Bravous. All right, local coverage from the perspective of someone who is new. All
I'm
right.
listening.
Maybe your boy gets hooked up with a Bravous jersey, and in in response, I also go to locals, and I represent Bravous and play melee very badly.
Yeah.
You make a
I love
convincing
this.
point here. We'll have to double check the figures, but I imagine that would line up with our business model so far.
Yeah, we'll get back to it. We'll talk to Scott about it. You know,
Yeah.
we'll run the numbers.
I love it.
Scott being Scott Novus, the CEO of Bravous, as well as Game Truck, and a number of other organizations.
All right,
Former
let's
VP
go.
of Disney as well.
Get this.
Honestly, just an all-around great guy.
Yeah. He is a
Oh,
quality
that was a
human being.
pop.
Yeah, that was really fast.
Charge down.
one up top,
There's
one up top.
mid. I hit him once.
Nice.
Got him
Okay,
down.
Okay, that's a
Oh,
wipe.
I did not see that.
Oh,
My
I
bad.
didn't see that either.
Okay.
Let's go.
It looks like they're guarding the
Got one.
left. Watch their tool. Watch their tool. To their tool.
Oh no, Charger got me. From Greats.
Charge it down.
Oh, I just saw them too.
There's two on me. Got one. I'm out of ink for the other one. I'm down.
Ooh, I did not mean to fall to the grate there.
So they have to get it back up to top mid to take it right. They're probably just gonna go left.
Does look like that is the plan.
That's one. That's two. One top mid.
One
Two top
top
mid.
mid.
Roller and Charger.
Oh, I
down.
missed.
Dang. Yeah, I got
That's
two.
white.
That's
The
what they got
roller.
me.
There's
Okay.
only one up, two up now.
Follow me.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go
Jumping
hard
in.
right.
One behind you.
One behind.
Oh,
Yeah, they got me.
Is this a jump that I can reason?
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
traded.
All right.
Charger
I'm
and
just getting
Brusher ahead of
points.
you. Charger still on the tool.
Oh,
dropping
Charger
down.
right here.
Is that
Yeah,
the
Charger
Charger
fell.
Why are they doing
Yep.
that?
They fell.
I
I
don't
watched
know.
them
Nuts.
slide off. I'm gonna paint up our left side just in case, real quick. There we go. Just a little bit of
Brush
paint there.
down.
Ooh.
Oh, Charger was right in front of me. Didn't even see them.
You're last, Simon. Watch you don't get
Gotcha.
dropped on. Got one. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, I got three.
Keeping them at bay.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Rainmaker's all that's left. Ooh, I was
running it
inside
off to
that
the
thing.
left, and there's someone here to defend. Got them.
They went up to their drop.
They had to drop it down. Charger down. There's two there.
They're low.
Last one.
Got him.
There we go. Gonna pop
Brush
this.
down.
I'm running.
Charger on drop. Got him.
Oh, one pushing up on me.
They're down.
Nice. Thank you. There's
Brush
one
on
behind,
right.
behind.
Rush right here.
Watch the Charger above.
Oh, traded with the one behind.
Oh, no!
Nice. Way to slip in there.
I saw my opportunity, but I missed it.
11 is still really good.
Got
think
dropped
they're
on my
going
They're
left?
roller.
gonna. Okay, they're just
Oh,
gonna go
drop.
drop. No,
Nope,
they're
they
actually going
backed
far
off.
left.
Oh, Charger, careful.
Charger dropped. Charger's
Got
down.
Charger.
There's one above.
Bucket coming towards you guys.
Charger's
Oh,
going
flash
nuts.
Okay, traded.
Or not bucket, that's a roller.
Roller.
There we go.
Yeah. Same difference. They can slosh over walls. There's one at the Rainmaker. They're gonna try and drop it down.
Dropped.
Just keep chucking bombs over there. They'll probably keep dying to them.
Yeah, one dropped. One dropped.
Gonna missile him. Oh, there's
Ooh.
one here in behind.
Yep, they're pushing in.
Yeah, there were two there. They got me.
It's not good. Nice. I'm trying to push the Charger. Got Charger.
Good job. Got Rainmaker. I'm gonna paint the way ahead of us.
Brush above.
Brush
Brush
up above.
dropped on it. Brush is wasting time.
while we're in the lead.
Oh, one came from their drop. It was roller, so they just landed on me.
Yeah, they're in our court.
They're on Rainmaker.
Cool.
Ah, I only got one. I thought I got more than that. It's just a
Got
slugfest
one,
not
roller
going over
there.
there.
I'll
Let's
just let this reset.
Resetting? Awesome.
Charger on the
Brush behind us.
top mid.
Got brush.
Roller going
Got
to
two.
top mid. There we go.
All right.
Okay, that
was
was
a good
a
one.
high KA game.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Told ya.
The 30 bomb!
What a legend.
My goodness me.
It's been a while since I played a traditional slosher.
Yeah, you used to play that one all the time. But
Yeah.
I don't remember you doing it in a while.
Back when I was solo grinding the ranked.
Hmm.
Herb.
Yeah, it's Team EU.
By the way, folks, let us know in the chat if you are interested in playing in a PB. If we get up to 8 people, excluding me, because I have to spectate, then we can record with Zacharias anytime here. So yeah, I know Devi will be interested. And anybody else in chat who would like to play with us, please, please, please let us know. This brings us up to 5, so we need 3 more. Put a +3. There's one in our sneaky. They've got armor. Oh, and there's a charger over there.
Oh, Brush. Brush is pushing up.
Yep, I see them.
They're bubbling into mid. Heh. Sometimes you can really read when they want to go after the Rainmaker. On my ouch. Good bomb. Oh, I thought I got him.
Oof.
There's one on you on right.
Oh, one coming up our sneaky.
One coming from our...
Fresh.
Yep, sneaky.
Got the brush.
Nice.
Awesome.
Charger on their ramp.
Got one.
I'm gonna booyah them.
I'm gonna missile him.
That was good.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
One there,
Charger
sneaky.
down. Just come
They
straight
jumped
ahead,
out.
straight ahead.
Yep.
Oh, there's one behind
Oh,
us.
one top right.
Yeah, they got me.
Traded.
Ink brush right next in mid.
Brush. Yeah, brush by
Oh,
Rainmaker.
I got him once, but they have armor. The armor really got me there.
One on our bridge, on top right, clam goal. I hit him once, they fell.
Brush still up there.
They're back on the bridge now. Tent and someone else in left. Ah,
Yeah, coming through our court. 3 of them are coming through court.
a really good push on their part, and they've got the bubbles to push it too. We just
No,
need the
they
Rainmaker
slipped
down.
past. I tried to flank
I
them, but
got,
the bubbles
like,
blocked.
3 hits on
Okay,
the
good
Rainmaker.
stop.
Okay.
Tent is down. There's one by the goal. Good bomb. Good bomb. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of here.
One jumped in. Looks like one's our bridge.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that's 2 down.
Took it into the Rainmaker free zone because I'm a dummy. Got one.
Nice.
Let's keep going forward here.
See if I can do anything across bridge.
Brush
Charger's
mid.
watching this.
Brush coming from behind you guys. Careful.
Yeah.
Oh.
When I said
Brush
forward, I
still
meant
coming.
bridge, but I wasn't clear enough.
Oh, got it.
Closed is a slower way to take it, but don't worry about that. You know, I could have called you off.
Got Rainmaker. Got 2.
Nice.
Oh, brush on me.
Simon's alone out there.
I am out of ink. Should be dead. There we go. Thank you.
That's pyro teamwork.
That's
Tent's in mid. Oh, I got double burst bombed. L3 in mid.
three
missing
there
three.
closed. I'm also missing.
I have a lead team. Could I invite a few of those people? Absolutely, Zacharias.
Rush is trying to come behind the court.
Looks like we've got Devi, so we just need 2 more, really.
Ooh. Right, L3 got me in mid.
Inkjet.
Good
Nice.
pick.
Nice.
They're gonna hold it in their closed. Booyahing it.
Missiling it.
I'm also gonna send out some missiles.
Let's ride. One behind their bridge, got him.
Yes!
Oh yes, perfect.
Defense.
Oh, that's gonna pop.
This might be a bad jump.
That's yeah, it's a bad
Okay,
jump.
good pick, good pick. Nice. That we could
Alright,
actually
yeah,
probably
free
go in
round.
and take it if we wanted.
Got it,
Try and get it
Simon?
a little closer.
Oh, I'm on it. I
so
There you go,
literally
there you
got
go.
on top of it.
No, that's really
I-
good.
That's really good, yeah. We just gotta
They didn't even
defend.
see
Get in
me.
defensive positions. Get ready.
Yep.
They'll have specials at some point here. Throw some bombs. Get some picks.
Got one down.
Oh.
Oh, Charger got me.
Dang
Got the
it.
charger.
I got
Charger
taken out
down.
Right when I got my special.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Good defense.
That was a 2K power team.
Yeah.
Yo,
think the
Ninga
first two we
rated.
fought was
Thank
over
you,
2K.
Ninga. The party is 6.
Oh, nice.
Okay, we've definitely have to have enough for a PB at this point. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hop out into a PB. I'm gonna make it for no
at
password.
us.
For those of you who need it, my friend code is this. Add me anybody right now. And we're going to get a PB going for the benefit of Zacharias. Zacharias is going to be our VOD review for next week. And they don't have a capture card. So what we're going to do is we're going to play that match for them right now. And
okay.
I will play the spectator and record their perspective. So, no password here. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Zacharias, is there any particular game mode, any particular map you would like us to do this on? We can do anything you'd like. And we'll give Zacharias a second because I know they've been working on their rank in the meantime. So they might need a minute or two to get back online, figure out what's going on here. Kept hitting B instead of A because of Dark Souls. I know, Devi. That's so. Dark Souls on the Switch. The problem with it is that the way they have the buttons mapped, B is what your normal selection button is. Which it's like, it's fine, you know, that's just like the X button on a PlayStation controller or something. But the problem is that that's also the backstep and roll button. So if you talk to a character who's standing next to a ledge and you don't press the button like close enough to them or something, you might just end up backstepping off the ledge instead of talking to them. It's definitely happened to me a non-zero number of times.
That happened to me in Dark Souls 3. I was trying to like do a run off of a ledge, but I accidentally backstepped and just fell to my death. It's
How's it
pretty great.
going, Chibi? Come on in if you'd like to play. Okay, so
Feels
we've
like
got
such a huge
Mikey,
crossover event happening now.
Got Devi and Jamie. We'll have Simon in a second. And if
Yeah.
Chibi can play, then Zacharias is the last. No, we'd need a ninth. We would need one more after all that to get a 4v4 going. Oh, Cookie said that they were available, right? I don't remember if I was counting them or not. This is not the same Cookie that is our teammate. Just for clarification.
New to the scene, Cookie, or at least new to this group, Cookie.
Yeah.
I'll be dirty just a sec. Updating my time.
Yeah, this is Cookie
sheet.
Dough. Okay, we're gonna go for the full tag here. Cookie Dough. All right. So we got me, Mikey, Andre, Simon's still coming in, so that makes 7. Zacharias is coming in, that makes 8, and then Cookie Dough would make 9. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful.
I'm gonna ask for a better outcome.
So, Zacharias, any call on what map or mode you'd like to play this on? Anything in particular you'd like advice with? Woomy, says Zacharias. Yes, I concur. However, Cookie Dough, are you available to play with us? I don't see you in here, because I'm pretty sure that Zach is Zacharias. I posted the friend code earlier. If you still need it, I can put it in again. Rainmaker's my favorite, but Clam Blitz is the one I'm best with.
What's your least favorite?
Yeah, we could also do something where it's like, this is my weakest mode, and I want tips on how to improve at that one, or, you know. Or we could do a mix, and you can decide what you want later. We're good to keep doing this until, like, 4 o'clock, so, you know, top of the hour.
Yeah, you just
did I get
accepted
a
Cookie Dough friend
extra-
request, right?
Extra friend request? Aha! I did not see that one. Because I'll show you in a second. There is one friend request that I keep here just because this account is it's so baffling to me, okay? Look at this. Look at these numbers, okay? So, Pokemon Shield, 3,100 hours. That's already
Oh
a
my
lot,
God.
right? But look at Pokemon Sword.
What?
They've also got 2,800 hours in that. On top of that,
Max hours.
10,000 hours, max hours that it'll keep track of in Splatoon 2.
Oh my
Okay.
Malcolm
gosh.
Gladwell would be proud.
1,000 in Animal Crossing. Like,
700 in Rise, and it's only been like 6 weeks since it came
this
out.
person has spent half of their time on Earth since 2017 playing Switch games, if these numbers are accurate.
Apparently, they
goodness.
have not played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at all.
So I just keep that there because I'm so confused about what's going on with that. All right, so Cookie Dough, the lobby is open. There's no password. You can just hop on in, join off of me. Yeah, my thought is either that's a shared account or they just leave their Switch on all the time. Like in-game on a pause menu or something.
Yeah.
That's
My
the
guess,
only other
yeah.
thing that makes sense to me. Whoa!
So now I was looking at,
and Babs here too.
oh, wow. Oh man.
Hi there, Babs.
Full house.
All right.
Bab.
So I think what I will do is I'll leave all of the maps on, not that one, and not that one, and we will play whatever random decides, and we'll see what it is that Zacharias would like us to look at here. Okay. So I'm gonna be permaspect, and then we can probably just be like rotating. Well, let's try and make the teams as balanced as we can. That's probably a good way to do it. So Zach on Alpha team because of course, just the regional Alpha. Then we'll do Mikey. We'll put, let's see who else we got. Split up Chibi and Simon. Then we'll put Devi here. We'll put Jamie here. And then I'm going to put Bab on spec with me, at least for this first one. And we'll put Andre over there.
All right.
That looks good to me, I think.
Go Bravo
We'll see
team!
if that is actually good once we get there. But I'm expecting this is
This is
Lit-
homophobia.
literally everything that Bab does not like is immediately decried as homophobia, which valid. No, here we go. Did I split up the roles well enough here? God, yeah. Andre can play backline. And doesn't we don't really
Yeah, I'll
need
switch over to
backline if you
Hydra.
don't want to. Devi could also just be playing like Sploosh or something. I don't know what she's gonna do. Okay.
Our team worked out pretty well, personally, I would say.
Yeah, and Zacharias is an NZAP player. I don't know what Cookie Dough plays, but Devi can flex around whatever it is, so I think that's gonna be fine.
Yeah, our team's perfectly fine.
Awesome. All right.
Don't worry about it, Zacharias. I embarrass myself every Tuesday here live on stream.
If you're scared for this one, it's fine because we've got 4 more for you to get over the scared, or I don't know, for you to get more scared and we take the first one. Who knows?
Never been on comms with someone on the opposing team for, so I get to trash talk Simon
Comms exclusively used for trash talk.
now.
Hey, Bab, do you want to get on the VC so you can complain at me? Remember that you guys are on like different teams here, so callouts are not going to be especially functional, and also
Yeah.
they won't be able
Simon
to use
can't really
callouts
talk to
themselves
anybody.
anyway.
Yeah, I
so
can't really talk to anyone, and you guys
gotta
are at a
kind of just
disadvantage
play
because I
this
can
like
hear
a
it all.
solo here, and that's kind of the
Nutmeg.
point. Okay, let's see. We've got.
That's what we'd be simulating anyway.
Alrighty.
I feel weird going up against Devi with her own weapon.
Yeah, the Devi Ditto. Alright,
cow.
yellow team taking control first. Trying to fight through these bubbles. The missiles are also going to disrupt things here. Oh, goes to the armor, okay. Mikey comes through, gets the splat.
Oh. All right, Devi trying to be sneaky.
Nice pick, nice pick. Grab goes, let me in, let me in.
Mike, the lag, you know how that Nintendo Online is. Come on.
Yeah.
You
full
have-
flag.
You have your LAN adapter plugged in? Because I sure
Nice,
do.
stinkies.
My
Hi,
LAN adapter's
Bab.
on my.
Uh-oh.
Mike, I was playing the Strive beta.
Oh.
It's on my PlayStation. I
Oh,
just.
okay, right next to me. Dang it.
That's
I am
Cookie
so
Dough got a
sad.
revenge.
I'm personally offended. Or being spectated right when I join.
Yeah, tell us how you really feel. But with like, you know, PG language, please.
That's hard for me, I'm sorry.
It is school time right now.
I only know like 4
Oh,
words.
I didn't.
I only know
Oh,
like
man.
4 words. And this gets rid of 2 of them.
They're all 4-letter words also. So 16 letters in total.
Mike, dude. I don't know. That bomb was not there on my screen, man. The desync. Desync. I don't know what to say.
Mikey's slaying out here right now. Kind of on fire.
Bad idea.
I
See
say
that
that, and
time?
then he
See
gets
that time?
splatted,
My
but
internet was perfect.
I just
like it.
commentators cursed him.
No
No,
jobs. My
Debbie's-
internet.
I just tried to run uphill on an unpaintable surface to challenge that. So that's nobody's
jeez.
fault but my own.
Fair.
You know, it happens.
Sometimes you gotta go for it, though, you know?
I say I did not know how to play splat zones with the Hydra. I need to learn some things really fast.
Yo, no! Who's at 69?
Nice.
It's over.
Yeah, the other team had already won. They messed it all up. No, Devi, dang it.
Come on, Mikey, you can hit your shots.
I can't.
Oh,
That's
Ooh,
not.
big wipe.
What is aiming? I might switch to Neo Splash after this. That's my usual Splat Zones weapon.
Change my name. Something more appropriate.
Appropriate. Okay, I see. I see.
Mauled Fab.
Poor oppressed Bab.
Oh, dang it. My aim, though.
The wild flank, and it pays off big time.
Oh,
Let's go,
whoa,
Zach.
dang.
Zach
Zach.
popping off with a triple.
that
You
was
said
sick.
you were nervous
Zach.
earlier? Jeez.
Triple.
Wait, why are you there?
Pop
No!
the flank.
I'm like painting my way, just Bob Ross in my own element, and then I look up and Mike's just standing there.
A nice
Silhouette in
serene,
the door frame.
a serene landscape, sullied by the appearance of invaders.
Here's Mikey.
No. Stop painting around me.
That was a Han Solo moment right there, if I've ever seen one. You know that scene where he walks around the corner into an entire platoon of stormtroopers?
Yeah.
I'm out of it! No, it's okay. I was just giving the kill to Zach.
Yeah, you're being a good teammate.
Definitely not getting farmed at all.
Couldn't be me, couldn't be me.
Ooh, nice bomb.
Wow, I walked right into the suction bomb.
Ooh, this is a strong position for what is on our screen yellow team. Team Zach, we'll put it that way.
Team Zach.
Ooh, the bomb rush though, the bomb rush takes them into overtime. It's gonna be a big overtime. We'll see if they can do it. Ooh, so far so good for blue team here. Able to get a pick. Ooh, a double though, so it's still even. Paint is gonna be pretty tricky for them to maintain here with the weapons that they've got. Oh, this is tense. It's all gonna come down to this push right here.
Ah, jeez.
Two go down for yellow. Booyah bomb goes down on zone though, takes one out. If they get it, they do.
Ah, dang it.
Wow, okay. That was really good. I am glad that we picked the teams the way we did. That was
Yeah, it's pretty even.
that was
Yeah,
Let
awesome.
me in! Let me in!
Shakes the bars.
I
Top
love the
fragging.
20-second
That's
delay
respectful.
on Twitch mobile.
Oh yeah, very pog.
Are you guys like commentating?
Alrighty. So we'll just go to
Very
tower
delayed.
control. We'll strike that one off, and we'll keep going here.
Oh, okay.
I am a Mikey hater. There we go. Perfect. Very appropriate here. So, I am going to swap Bab
This fight
in
only fuels me.
on account
Let's
of
go.
them being kind of cracked. I'm going to swap them in for
Blushes.
X rank players. I'll put them in place of Devi first, and then we'll swap Jamie out after that, and we'll kind of do it that way around.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
boy.
I had to put them on the
No,
opposite
sorry,
side
Mikey.
from Mikey, you know.
Let's go.
It had to be.
Mikey hater.
Mike is about to not be able
Getting
to play the game.
flashbacks from Among Us.
It's okay. It's
was
time for
deba-
this. It's time for this K shot to ascend.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I
Alright,
was
tower
debating
control.
just
I actually kind
naming
of want to
myself,
stick.
like imposter, but that's cringe. So
Yeah, that name would be kind
Maybe
of
I
sus,
should.
not gonna lie.
shut up.
Oh gosh.
You Among Us looking character.
I'm gonna go get a drink of water.
Hydrate.
I got you, Devi.
Hi. Hi, Devi.
Hello.
Drag up, drag up.
Drag up?
Any draggers?
Hey,
Hey, can I get a drag?
Anyone trying to drag me up? Or...
I'm spamming the up
JK,
button on the elevator.
unless-
Come on, why won't it move? Come on.
Muscle Forge.
I love Muscle Forge. Unless we
Muscle Forge
lose,
is
then
a
I
lot
hate
of
it.
fun.
I rarely play on it anymore. It's like I don't know it anymore.
Yeah.
We
If
did-
we
we
lose
did
here,
our
it's
VOD.
Yeah,
just
let's
because we
see.
don't have very much practice on this map yet.
We did our VOD reviews on Muscle Forge. First time.
Oh, hi,
This
chicken.
one. There we go.
No, chicken.
Oh, Jamie.
Fuck you. I mean, heck.
We'll edit that one out in post.
Just friendly
I'm
banter.
going
Just
to-
friendly banter.
Just kill you in Minecraft.
Oh, no. Yo, 1v1 Minecraft right now?
1v1 me, bro.
What does that even mean?
Oh!
Dude,
I
Apple's
just-
in Nether, let's go.
You just
Don't-
get
don't-
all your armor and
and you
go
fight?
fight each other.
I used
Ah.
to be cracked at Minecraft.
I'm
PvP
surrounded.
When I was 12.
I don't know why I tried to become aggressive as the Hydra.
The gamers have also
I
just
mean,
been.
The real question is, Andre,
Hmm?
why aren't you aggressive as the Hydra?
True. I need to hold forward more.
The gamers have also just been dodging certain websites' terms of service by saying things like, I want to die, pause, in Minecraft.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, the question I always ask myself, why aren't I aggressive as the Hydra?
Jamie! I can't believe you.
How dare you,
You're
Jamie?
getting
This
in
is a
my
betrayal.
way. This is homophobia.
Also, a Halo-style kill from the grave there with the suction.
Yeah. I think that every time.
He's practically already respawning by the time that went
Oh, I
off.
got a double at least.
Stop body blocking me. That'd be pretty pog champ.
No! Jimmy.
Jesus.
Ah,
was-
you
was
ruined the
next
69.
movement.
No! My aim is real crusty, alright?
My aim just woke up. Still got boogers in its eyes. Gonna have to give me a little bit.
No.
Flash
Yeah.
it with some cold water. It'll wake up.
Why am
You're
I
saying
sitting on the
splash
tower?
the inkling with some cold water? That's
Yeah,
not-
that's not a good idea.
that sounds like a threat, Debbie.
Oh.
That doesn't want to
Oh.
wake up, so wake it up.
That's
Yo,
Again.
what if we
I
sit
don't know
on
if
the
it's going to
tower?
wake up. I think it's
then-
going to have the exact opposite response
Oh,
if
jeez.
that's what we do to it.
True, in this case, you can use it as a threat, and then it should wake up, or else it just doesn't.
Jamie, I'm going to step on you. Don't
Mafia,
stop killing me.
Mafia boss Debbie
You're in the
here.
tower, right?
I just always assume that bad means that in a more violent way than anything else.
This way.
We just gotta,
definitely.
gotta keep it PG for the kids.
And,
Oh,
and asserting
behind me.
territorial dominance kind of thing, like violent, like takeover sort of deal.
Okay.
Ah, dang it, that armor. Thank you for the
Yo.
coverage there, Jamie.
What if our cute little Zap stayed on the tower? It'd be really quirky.
And it's like held hands, that'd be nice.
I put my Minecraft bed on the tower.
Please do. Wait, not you, Mike. Our Zap.
That's it, I'm griefing.
I'm griefing.
Far away from mine.
I'm logging into my ult. You'll never know who it is.
Yes!
No! My life is over. Quitting Splatoon right now.
I'm installing.
Oh!
Flanks!
See ya.
Wow,
Get
that
on
was
the
a
tower.
wipe. Holy crap.
Get on the tower.
He's nuts. our student.
No longer a grasshopper.
No! Please give me the tower! No!
This
Jamie?
is so
Yes,
cool.
yes.
Jamie? Jamie?
Stay on the tower, stay on the tower. No, don't
Tower,
get
tower, tower! Tower!
Jamie?
Oh, and Jamie clutches it.
Oh, I'm walking it off. I'm walking it off.
Absolutely wild. We caught the whole thing on stream.
Let's go. The best of 3 is tied at a game apiece.
Nice.
The best of however
This
many.
is actually nuts.
I'm definitely switching weapons. I don't feel like I'm doing very good.
Okay. So now we'll go to Clam Blitz.
Chibi has to be right back.
Sounds good.
Well, we have 9, so or 10, so that can work,
Still
I
works.
guess.
Jamie wants to be
Oh, yeah,
dragged
let's-
up too.
Let's drag Jamie up. Gang's all here. All right.
Such a party.
MVP trophy?
I'm thinking of how I want to split the teams for this if we're gonna go without Chibi. I don't know. Chibi's S plus, so I think we're fine to just go with things as they are. All right.
Okay.
Give us Debbie.
Hmm.
Plot twist.
Debbie.
Dun dun dun.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh!
Gotta settle your differences now.
All right,
With-
Kyle, let's do it.
Back with the crew I started with. We're good.
I'm throwing.
No.
Here's the real question.
Got him a lot last game. Okay, Cookie.
That's fine, Cookie.
I see.
Decisions. What do you think, Simon?
That sounds fun to me.
Steve.
I will compensate with my positioning as well.
Yeah, I'm just thinking special wise here. Otherwise, we've got 3 of the same one.
hey, it'll work.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Cookie dough. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm bad at every mode, but they still let me on, so.
As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also
Someone
bad.
say that that's the point.
All right, let's see.
It's okay.
Damon, after the performance you just pulled, you don't have the right to say that.
I have absolutely no experience on Tetris.
You were just playing Tetris last night.
Okay, and we were playing like. That was
We were
different.
playing in the higher level lobbies than these will be.
That was different.
Hi there, friend.
I just
Have your
smushed faces with Zach completely by
fine.
accident. Yo, power clam, let's go. It's gonna oh, bubble.
Ooh.
Well, that was a fat miss.
All right. Team Zach cleaning up a little bit here.
I was gonna make a comment, but I can only bully Jamie, or not Jamie, Mikey.
What did I do? Wait, why am I getting bullied? This is my team.
Ooh.
That was-
Not again.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, this is wild. Oh no!
I see you, Zach, but I can't get there.
Oh man.
It's
The way he just stood still for a second afterward. Oh,
Aw.
that pains me. There
We have
are
a-
multiple
oh,
clips
okay.
on my Twitch channel of me doing the same. Don't-
Yeah,
The most popular one is the one on Moray Towers.
I was having a bad cam night the other day. I kept missing.
Ah, dang it, went back up.
Ah,
Before I count, though, really.
Kinda.
Moray clams
Ever.
is the best moray. I will say
It
that.
is. It is. That is the only moray I kind of approve of.
I like Moray Mako. Mako's
Moray
fun.
Mako? Yes, I like
Moray
that one too.
Mako, yes.
Clams
Moray
definitely-
Mako.
Mackerel. You know, but you know what I
Moray
mean.
mackerel? Less so. Not as much of my
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah. Focusing on that. Hey, look. There's someone trying to flame. Bomb.
Oh, oh, dang
Ah.
it.
Hello there,
Zach
Zach.
coming in like Mikey hate will not be tolerated here. Neither will
But
Mikey.
then he hates Mikey.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes. Oh
Yeezy.
no. Oh no. Oh yeah.
I spotted somebody without even knowing what was happening. This is the most hectic mode to me,
That's-
and I kind of like it.
Take my clam as.
Oh,
free.
yes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Need to be a
Take
little
my
careful
clams
here.
and be free.
No.
Ah, shoot. Oh, shoot. I'm getting backed up over here. Run away.
Oh, they're rushing him down. Can they get him though? I think he actually
No.
might have bought a lot of time. He actually just does the the loop around.
Dang it, I
and goes
missed,
for
though.
it.
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
I'm so good at throwing things.
I thought I
Reese's
could.
right there.
Well, I'm being impatient.
Yeah. This is probably like the
I know,
slowest game of
Oh,
clams
whoa,
I've
there
ever
were
the
three right in
least
front of the
comforting
basket.
teammate of all
Alright.
time.
Dang it.
Man, I'm being impatient. Yeah, accurate.
Patience is key.
Yes, I know.
Boom, Cookie. There's players behind you, Cookie.
Dang it. If only I'd actually made my power claim earlier. That would have been great, huh?
Yeah.
There were a lot of mistakes made in this game.
Too many.
First
No,
almost
Debbie, get
Ah,
back
I
here.
couldn't get down. I was trying to drop and jump out, but I ended up jumping instead of dropping.
Uh-oh.
No, my shot.
Maybe
Where
I learned how
did
to
they go?
aim. Okay, there we go.
Can you pick up clams? We picked up clams. Be pretty cool.
Clams.
Oh dear.
Clams?
Got me some
Be
6
careful, I'm
clams.
praying.
No,
Hey,
stop,
Clamor.
Jamie.
Hey, Bab.
I
I am
Clams.
trying.
Oh,
Be
there you go.
careful, I'm praying for you.
Oh
No.
dear lord.
No, Mikey hater. No, Mikey
Oh,
hater.
no! Oh, no, 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 no!
We're
Don't-
fine.
okay.
We're
that's
fine.
fine.
We're all good, guys.
I wish I was good.
Nothing to worry about at all.
That's not good.
I'm playing like crap.
Oh, jeez.
You know, we just
No
get
power
on
clams. No, dang it, you threw it first, and then you threw it as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pick up pity.
I don't wanna.
yo, Pity,
Oh,
where
well,
you at,
need
though?
to.
Pity, I got it.
I don't need your pity.
Alright,
I need all the
The,
pity I
the
can
point
get.
was to pick it up before the new one spawns, so you got 2 clams instead
There
of
was-
1.
Yes.
There wasn't one there anyway.
Yeah,
Oh.
though, I only
I
picked
tried
up
to
one that,
jump
like,
it in.
just showed up.
No, stop,
Get the-
Mikey. No.
The ball pushed me.
Oh,
He's getting manhandled. It went up here. It went up.
I think that'll do it.
Ah,
So
dang it.
tragic.
The
The clam
power
went up
bump.
top.
The power bump.
Ah,
This was wretched.
that was terrible. I never want to play this game again.
I'm absolutely gutted.
oh man.
That's
I
the
can't
most
believe you've done
passive
this.
game of clams I've ever played. That was incredible. I mean,
Yeah, you still got more splats than all of us.
Zach, going wild on
we
the
expected
sticks.
that.
Is that going ballistic?
All right, we'll play
Griffin.
one more, and then we're gonna go into the VOD review with Kiwilicious.
All right.
Yes, P. Griffin's on my friends list. I apologize.
Bro. When are you
Poor
going to do
GB.
I
I
apologize for my
SMH?
transgressions.
I apologize for Pierre Griffin making a guest appearance.
I'm sorry, Mr. Griffin, but this is
Welcome to
a
our Family
PG
Guy
show.
Funny Moment stream.
Yeah, PG, Peter Griffin.
You make a solid point.
Bring him back. Put him back in.
Put him back. Go back. I want to be monkey.
Go back, I want to be monkey.
Go back. I want to be Jamie. SpongeBob?
No thoughts, only Jamie.
Oh.
I forgot what my gear was. Oh, there we go.
Like me, don't have any gear.
Hands are shaking. Awfully.
Spaghetti.
Zach, you can have the
Spaghetti.
Rainmaker every time.
Cute.
You're good, Zach. If you're near it, you're good.
Yeah, not a bad weapon at all to be carrying it.
I think that's actually the best choice, other than me. But
What weapon is he playing?
I
Zap?
keep pressing
Yeah,
R
the Zap.
or ZR instead of ZL.
We somehow get
Whoa.
Bob.
we survived. Oh wait, I spoke
Well,
too soon.
Yeah.
Oh, Demi, no!
Hi, Bob.
Yes.
I ran out of ink and rolls.
Well, I got us 5 points.
Hey, we're at the lead, guys.
Heck yeah, we're on the board.
Oh yeah, let's go. That's all that matters.
Oh dang. All right.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna need you to kindly not do that.
Oh.
Eat it.
See me at the
Run.
Rainmaker, bro. Okay, that's fine. Let's go.
Run,
Put it at me.
It hit me.
Zoom zoom.
run, Jamie, run.
Run, Jamie, run! Don't
There
ever
he
leave
goes.
us.
Oh, no.
Terrors of warning. Give them the
No.
chance. Oh. It was behind me.
No, cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
Don't.
Oh no. Whoa, hello.
Whoa! From where? What?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No! Stop!
Let's go.
All right. All right. So that is going to do it for our PBs for the time being. So I would like to ceremoniously thank Bab and Jamie for being here. And now I'm going to kick them.
What?
Goodbye, friends.
That's pretty even overall, wasn't it?
Wait, did I
Wasn't
just
it
kick
like
them from the
Yeah, it
server?
finished- It
I
finished.
might have
two
just kicked them from the
Uh-oh.
server.
Oh no.
Oh
Well-
no.
Oopsie daisies.
Maybe one of them deserved it. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I'm
Just
not
invite
gonna
him back.
argue with that too much, but
did say some anyway.
yeah, that was not the correct option there. Okay, but anyway, now that we have made a little bit of room here, we're gonna bring. Oh wait. Let's see. I'm gonna figure out how to remove Devi from the call without.
Yeah,
Do
you
I
could
just drag them
into
somewhere
waiting
else?
room.
You know what?
Yeah.
Just bye.
You know what? You know what? I'm just leaving. Okay, I'm leaving. All right.
That's enough.
Oy vey. So here's this. We alt tab. We do this. We do the thing to get that up, and then we do this. I forgot the one other this that we needed to do. Boom. Okay. And welcome everybody, Kiwilicious. Hello, Kiwi.
Oh.
Kiwi? Kiwi keeps
Huh.
getting kicked back into waiting room. Are they trying to? Hello, Kiwi? Can you hear us?
Oh.
Hello? You there?
Hi,
It keeps kicking you back
Hello?
into waiting room, or are
I can
you
hear you, sort of.
or are you going back into waiting room? We're trying to move you up to the other room, and it keeps removing you from it. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello? It's lagging really bad.
Discord is lagging really bad? Are you listening to the stream,
like-
or are you listening to Discord?
I'm listening to both. I can't really.
Okay,
listen to both
don't
at the
listen to
same time.
Twitch. We'll
Okay.
get everything that you need to see in Discord. Turn all of that off. and we'll
Fair.
bring you up into the Discord channel here, where we'll actually be watching and doing everything. So
Okay,
turn
sounds
up
good.
Discord, turn off the volume on the stream, and then we'll be set to go.
All right, it's off.
Awesome. I'm going to drag us up into the commentary section here.
Like a hitbox style controller for
All right.
Oh, nice.
melee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kiwi, you good? Can you hear us? Everything all set hunky-dory? I am
Ooh.
not hearing... Huh. I wasn't hearing you up there. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes. Sorry, I got kicked back into the waiting room.
Maybe we need to do something like this. Let's try...
Like other consoles and stuff.
Okay.
whoa, that's really cool.
Yeah. It's the only fights I've ever
Why is
heard.
it... Does anyone have any
Huh.
idea why it might be kicking Kiwi down into the waiting room again?
No, I have
I have
no,
no
clue.
clue.
I've given you a role. Let me see if somebody in chat knows why this might be the case. There are permissions by role, but Kiwi should have the role at this point.
Is there a way I could message you just on Discord instead?
Let's try one more thing. Okay, so... Okay, I gave Kiwi the coach's role. If it doesn't work now, there's something very wrong. Did that work? Can you hear me, Kiwi? Apparently
good,
not.
now they're gone.
You hear me?
It just booted you again. That is so weird. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I couldn't hear you when you were in the commentary room. Let's just open up a DM and voice chat from there.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to open up a DM with them and just voice chat with them from
Yeah.
there.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So
We'll just chill here for now in case.
yeah, apologies. You'll have to just keep track of it on the Twitch stream, but
Yeah.
it seems to be the best option we've got right now.
All right.
Alrighty. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. And now you should be able to see this as well.
I can, yes. Perfect.
Alrighty. So, I'm going to turn down the volume on my own game here and mess with one more quick thing on the tech side, and then we'll be ready to go.
Sounds good.
Okay. I think we've got all of that worked out. All right. So, first of all, hello, Kiwi. Welcome to the show. I'm Jem.
Hi.
Good to finally make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you.
So what we're watching here is a... This is a Splat Zones? Yeah, there's a Splat Zones match, S+5, and you are playing the Clapples, the Clear Dapple Doolies.
Yes, I am.
So we're going to get into the game a little bit here. We're going to skip past that and get to the rollout here. So 1780, right. All right. Just
So
looking
I
at the
actually have a question. What
Yeah, what's
does
up?
What does power levels mean?
So those power levels are calculated using a system called Glico 2. If you've ever heard the term ELO before, it's a very similar system. ELO is a rating system used, for those in the chat who might not know, or in case you don't know, ELO is a rating system that is used to determine the rankings of players who don't all necessarily have the opportunity to play with each other. So it's a way to rank a large scale group. It's the kind of thing that you need in a lot of different video games. The Glico system is something that is used in a lot of different competitive games. League of Legends uses it, for example, for its matchmaking. So it's definitely, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, the ranking system in Splatoon sucks. It's actually the best thing we've got. It's actually one of the better systems that are out there for it. Basically, the higher the number, the higher ranked you are. And what it'll do for a team setting, this is an extrapolation of, because ELO is designed to be used for only 1v1 competitions. But if you've got 8 different people that you're trying to rank out of a 4v4 game, it gets a little different. What it'll do is it'll average the scores of the 4 players on a team, and that's the power level that you're getting there. So in League, if you're seeing, your opponent's power, that's just the power of those 4 players that they've been accruing as they've been playing. But the power level that you see here in Ranked, I believe, is the average of both teams. So every one of these players, you take their Glico scores, you average them together, and you get 1780.
Ah, okay, thank you.
Once you get to X rank, that score will be your rating. You get X, but let me back out for a second so that I can show you what it looks like for me on my screen. So this number up here, the 2119 in the upper right, that is my Glico rating in Splat Zones. And if you were to see it in other modes, does it show my... No, it doesn't show my ratings in the other modes. But, if you were to see it in the other modes, it would be different because it calculates it differently for each game mode.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, you've got a pretty solid team comp here. You've got a very good amount of paint. The other 3 members of your team paint really well, which is great for Splat Zones. And a good mix of ranges. You don't have, 2 E-leaders that are going to be competing for the spots they want to stand, anything like that. And then they also have a pretty decent comp. So, sometimes matchmaking really messes you up on that. But... Okay, so we're rolling out here. There's not an awful lot to talk about here. You love to see someone booyahing back. Always important.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. So I like that you throw that torpedo there. Good to check your corners. Make sure there's nobody maybe hiding in mid, ready to pounce on you when you get up there. You know that there's nobody there because the torpedo didn't lock on to anybody. And what I just see both... you can see my mouse, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So what I just saw over here, if we back up just a little bit, is we see one of them going down right there. So you see the blue X, that means your teammate got a pick. So that means you're at a numbers advantage right now. Now, there is someone on the zone over here, and it looks like there's someone in mid. Oh, it looks like somebody else. No, that is the same person. A little weird quirk with the camera, I guess. So you saw someone there, but it looks like they backed up. Your teammate goes in, gets a trade, so you're still at a numbers advantage right now, and you've got the zone. But you see that there's this guy here, so let's see how you decide to deal with this. It looks like you aren't going to go after them. You're just trying to paint this up, and then you notice that this person's splashing down. Ooh, risky, but you actually get to a better place to defend yourself from. You can maybe get around that corner.
My motto is that if I'm in danger, I should just run.
That is sometimes a really good plan. We'll talk about more of that later. So you get a splashdown on the zone. Okay. So I wanted to play that out all the way so that we can talk about a couple of things.
Okay.
So during this time where you roll out and up until you get splatted, there are a couple things that you're not doing that I wanted to point out so that you can be more aware of it and that you might think to do them a little more often. The first one is checking the map. This is a habit that a lot of people just don't ever get until they get into like X rank because they find out, oh wait, that's really important way later on. But the map gives you a lot of information. For example, if you had checked your map right here, you would be able to see the lines of ink that they took to roll out. You'd see like what direction all 4 of them are going. And so you wouldn't even need to necessarily throw this torpedo here. You could just know, okay, there will be someone here who has line of sight on that if I come around this corner. There's that kind of thing going on. You also have someone in mid watching that, so, you know, if someone were in mid, they'd probably see it. So checking the map is one thing that's really important for that reason. Another thing you can figure out is, I wonder if this sploosh has Ninja Squid. If you press X not only do you see the map, but you also see the gear perks that your opponents have in the upper right. And so you can scan those really quickly. Like if someone has Ninja Squid, you probably want to know about that. If somebody has something like a Bubbles weapon that has Object Shredder, you want to know, okay, they're probably going to try an Insta-Pop. They also need some Inksaver sub for that. So there are a few things, a few tactics that you can kind of spot out from that. Drop Roller is another good one that you want to know about in case you have to punish a jump and they end up rolling away from you. So that's some information. Like the map screen in Splatoon is just extremely powerful. I've talked about this in a number of different places. It is one of the biggest sources of information that you can get in the game, and it's a more powerful source of information than you can get in any other shooter that I'm aware of. Like you don't get a map screen like that in Overwatch or in Call of Duty or anything like that. You just kind of always know these certain things if you're looking at it. So definitely learn to like flick it open and shut really quickly to get information really quickly for yourself, so you don't have to be staring at it, because staring at it for a while can absolutely get you splatted. But especially in the rollout early on, like you're not threatened here at all. There's not a single weapon in the game that can be shooting you right at this second, and so you can have the map open up until at least like this point to figure those things out. So using the map is one thing. Then I believe that torpedo right there is the last torpedo you throw until you get splatted. And I would like to encourage you to throw more of these, specifically because of what we'll see in a second, of the Explosher. So the Explosher is the one who just took out your teammate. The Explosher's standing right here, and this is a really powerful position for them. Now, I'm surprised to see that the E-Leader isn't, like, taking them out right now, because I feel like the E-Leader should probably have line of sight of that goes across the middle of the stage. I don't know whether they're aware of that or not, but you can absolutely be taking this guy out of play, and this is one of the big sources of paint that they've got on this team comp. It does paint an awful lot. It's really good for regaining control of the zone. If you throw a torpedo at him, like any time in the last 10 seconds or so, he's pressured. He has to move, and now they're out of play for at least a good 5 seconds or so. And that's a lot of time for you to be able to paint up, for your teammates to be able to move up and take more control of the map.
I'm always afraid that I will run out of ink quickly.
And the way that you're playing, I can understand why, because what you're doing largely in this rollout here is just painting. Like you're acting like you're playing a junior or something, where your main role on the team is to be painting. As the Clapples, I would say that is not your primary role. I would say your primary role is to be aggressive and to ambush people around corners.
I used to do that, but then I started recently, especially losing lots of 1v1s.
Okay, and so this is a response to that, where you're trying to keep yourself safer? Gotcha. So we'll talk about this in a second, but essentially what I'm going to say in response to that is that the Clapples are a very 1v1 heavy weapon, and we'll talk a little bit about some fights that you take, because I think there are some things that you can be doing to make the fights go more in your favor, but that you don't want to be shying away from that if the Clapples are the weapon you want to play. If you want to play a more supportive playstyle, I can make a lot of recommendations for weapons that will be great for playing this way that you're doing, where you're trying to paint an awful lot and just kind of create a pathway for your teammates to do the aggression. I mixed those two words in my head and it sounded funny. But I would say that this weapon is not the best designed for that particular playstyle. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I mostly, and all the time I've played, I like to play as dualies.
Okay. And I can even suggest, some dualies that would have that sort of play style as well. So
yeah, that'd be helpful.
We definitely don't have to rule dualies out by any means. But so the splashdown, you're able to get away from. Oh no, you're the one who does the splashdown. That other splashdown is later. So you use that to maintain zone control, and this is fine. Your teammate is able to take out this guy. Probably, no, it didn't look like you got an assist from that, but you easily could have. So the bubbles are coming out from here. Those are coming from the Explo. And again, you know, one of the things that you can be doing to counter what the Explo is doing is put them out of position. Because if you'd put them out of position, they wouldn't have had as long to paint, and they wouldn't be getting bubbles as quickly. So that, again, is something that you are in a unique position to be able to do something about. The E-Leader can definitely do some stuff about it. You know, they can close down certain sight lines. But the Explosher is able to slosh up over cover. So even though they're up against a backliner that is the longest ranged weapon in the game, they can just slosh up over the top of a wall. And, you know, the E-Leader, unless you're under some pretty high latency, cannot shoot through walls. I've seen some situations that are like, okay, it feels like that. But yeah, for the most part, nothing that they're going to be able to do. Your K-52, as good of a weapon as it is, it cannot really do much to aggress this person because it is a shooter, which means it has straight line shots. It can't like slosh up over walls or anything like a bucket can. And it doesn't have a bomb to throw at them either. It has a splash wall. So until this guy gets their Booyah Bomb, there's nothing they can do to displace the Explosher. The Junior can be throwing bombs at them, and that's something they should absolutely be doing more of, but they're also down right now, so they are not in position to be doing that either. So torpedoes are definitely one of the options that your team has to take care of them, and that's something you should be thinking about since the Explosher is getting so much done in this game so far. This situation right here, you know there's someone right here. You just saw them shooting over there, and they just saw you shooting over here. So what should be in your head right now is they know I'm here, I know they're here. Now, every weapon on their team, except for the Sploosh, which is already down, outranges you. If you want to win this fight, you need to be at very, very close range. And, like, you only barely outrange even the Sploosh. So if you're going to back away from this fight, if you're going to stay back here, you need to anticipate that what they're going to want to do is they're going to say, okay, if this person pushes me here, I want to back up so that I'm hitting them at max range and they can't shoot me. So if you're going to back up, you need to anticipate they're going to back up and you can't push this anymore. If you're going to rush it, you need to rush it right away so you don't give them time to back up. What you do is kind of a middle ground between the two. You back away, but you keep shooting in this area. So you clue them into the fact that if they walk around this corner, they're at max range from you, and they're going to be able to take that fight the way they want to. And that's exactly what happens. Now, your teammate follows up really well and gets the trade here, but I think this is a very avoidable splat that happens to you. If you either rush this person around the corner, your weapon splats faster than literally anything on their team, except for maybe the Nautilus, and even then it's close. The Dapple Doolies, when you dodge roll, they shoot very, very fast, and they 3-shot. So your weapon, you want to be getting up in their faces because you want to kind of trust that your weapon's time to splat will be faster than theirs will at that range. So I would even have gone so far as to, like, dodge roll forward, dodge roll left to get around that corner as fast as possible and be in turret mode right on top of this guy. That's how I would take the fight if I wanted to fight them. If I didn't want to fight them, then I would have backed off over here. And I would say that if you don't want to take that fight, then you're probably trying to play more of a supportive play style, and you want to be picking more of a painting weapon than this one is. Maybe something like the Kensa Undercover Umbrella, which also has torpedoes, but is much more devoted to getting paint control and getting your team armors. That's maybe more of the sort of play style that would back up from this situation and just kind of harass a little bit maybe and play a little further away and make it annoying for them to come in at you. The Clapples are a very, very aggressive weapon. Aside from the torpedoes, they don't have much that they can do in the way of poking at the opponent. And that's not the greatest poke because that can just get shot down. So even if you're just spamming torpedoes, unless they're like a backliner that is encumbered and has a lot of trouble shooting those torpedoes down, you know, chargers hate having to waste their shot on torpedoes. Splatlings hate having to waste some of their charge to spin around, shoot a torpedo, and then spin back. Exploshers only have so much ink, so they can only do so much to shoot those down. You know, backliners, it's good to harass them with, but otherwise, your whole kit is, I want to get in and splat people. So that's kind of what that weapon is geared towards focusing on, and that's something to think about with deciding, you know, which weapon is it that you want to be using going forward. I have a theory about why you might be using the clapples, and I want to talk about that more as we get into the rest of this match, but we'll skip ahead a little bit. Always, while you are splatted, you're not getting a ton of information from looking at the screen. Better to just have the map up. And this will also give you better context and better information for whether it will be safe to super jump back into your teammates to get into the match faster. Because that is something that, if I remember correctly, you don't do in this entire match. You never super jump back in. And while you're swimming in here, I just want to explain that that is an error, I think. If you ever get a safe super jump, it gets you into play faster. So that means that you're painting more for your team, you're getting special faster. If there's a fight that breaks out, you're there to back your team up. Those seconds that your team is without you, they're at a disadvantage. So definitely, especially since you've got an E-leader on your team, like, let's see. I think there's a point here where you see where the E-leader is, and they're clearly pretty safe. Let's see. I want to say it's right here. Yeah, your E-leader is right here, right? And if your teammates are pushed up all the way to the zone, that probably means that unless there's some crazy flank going on, your E-leader is going to be a safe player to jump into. So you could have saved yourself probably 2 or 3 seconds jumping into them, and 2 or 3 seconds in this game is an eternity. Like 4:10 or sorry, this is counting down. So 4:05. Let's see where you are. Right now you're back here in court, right? Let's look at how far away from that you are at 4:05. You've crossed about a quarter of the map in that time. So that amount of time is really important to be saving. So definitely be on the lookout for safe jumps. Obviously, you know, jumping into someone when it's not safe, never a good plan. But that's something that you can be keeping an eye on. Another thing to keep an eye on, since you have splashdown, is if you were to, you know, find a bunch of paint near your base and you're like, there isn't a safe super jump to do yet, but if I can charge my special, maybe I can splashdown super jump in and get someone. You know, that's also something to be thinking about.
Yeah, my splashdown is never ready when I need it.
It will never be ready when you're splatted because you lose special when you're splatted. You lose about 50% of it, if I remember correctly. You can undo some of that by using Special Saver. Most people choose not to itemize for that, but you could also just spend a little bit of time painting up at your base if you've got a whole bunch of stuff to paint there, and you would get your special back pretty quickly if you're able to do that. So if you're willing to, you know, spend 2 or 3 seconds doing that, which you would normally just spend swimming out, might be worth it because then you just get to super jump in really quickly. But that's a little bit more niche of a tactic.
Your face cam froze in the Twitch stream.
Oh, lovely. You'll love to see it. And we back? Huh?
Still frozen. Oh, wait, I think you're back.
It is vanished at the moment. I'm doing a little bit of troubleshooting. Alrighty. Activates. There we go. There we go. Now we're back. Alrighty. Thanks for letting me know.
No problem.
Facecam frozen. Froze at a dynamic position, at least. Okay. Yeah. So, Special Saver, you know, if you're going to use your special at all, splashdown jumping is easily the safest way to do it. You know, the higher up you get, the more likely someone is going to be able to shoot you out of a splashdown. So that's something to think about. I still feel like there might be some other chunks that would be more worth it, but I'd have to go and check sendu.inc and see what people are running on it. Are you familiar with sendu.inc, by the way?
I am, but I'm already aiming for certain chunks.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm not going to worry too much about that right now, but definitely, be checking your map. Okay, so that fight right there illustrates to me that I think what the reason that you're playing this weapon might be that you're a little bit less confident in your aim. A couple things about dualies that make it like that. The double reticle means that you're more likely, if you kind of wave your cursor around a little bit, you're more likely to get a couple of random shots here and there, even if your aim isn't completely on. You have a slightly wider area that you're firing at, so you're more likely to at least hit a couple shots if your aim is a little bit uneasy. And another thing about sorry,
my aunt and I, we have this tactic where I don't do it anymore, but we used to. Whenever we were in a panic, we'd go crazy, go stupid, and we just turn in a circle, and we'd actually kill people like that.
Right. And the other part that I was going to add to it is that the dapple dualies in particular are, the best dualies for being able to splat someone quickly. And so getting those random shots, since these shots do so much damage, is more likely to net you a splat because of it. Because right now, the aim was a little bit back and forth there. You were zigzagging to the left of them and to the right of them, and then back a little bit to the left of them. But as you're going, you're hitting a shot here and there.
Yeah.
Are you using motion aim?
I am.
Okay. So that is very good. Keep doing that, because despite the fact that it is difficult, it is going to be better for you in the long run. You're going to get your aim on faster over time.
Yeah, I find it especially hard because I have shaky hands.
So maybe something like a lower sensitivity might help you out there. But so that's my theory about what you've been conditioned into playing. What has felt like it has worked best for you is the dapple dualies, because in a fight like that, if I'm aiming like that with an end zap, I don't get that splat, because it's not going to do the damage quite as quickly. I need to hit more of the shots. So, and I don't have that wide of a target area either.
It makes sense, because I always liked the satisfaction of killing someone, and I found I got more kills using that.
And so now I'm going to explain why the way that you're playing it right now is going to fall off. One of the big issues with the dapple dualies that make it so that it doesn't see a lot of use at all in competitive play is its range. Like we've talked about, it's just barely longer range than a Sploosh-O-Matic. And because of that, you really need to be sneaking up on people to be able to consistently get splats against someone who is zoning well. That guy you saw, you did a really good job of noticing that they were aggroed on your teammate. So right here, they're looking someplace else, and you can tell. So this is a really free splat for you to get. And you can, just kind of walk and shoot at them, and there's nothing they're going to do about it, especially with a weapon that splats as fast as the clapples do. Now, at higher levels, players will not be caught out in mid like this when there are two opponents nearby. And in fact, you get a great illustration of why not to do that when you get splatted right here. When you're out in mid like this, you're very exposed. You don't have any counterplay against the Explosher from this position. That you don't have any shots that will hit them. Your torpedo is going to take way too long to get at them before, it'll actually be suppressing them. And even if, it does hit them, it can't actually one-shot them if they just stand still. So from this position, the Explo just has free reign to splat you from here. And at a higher level, your opponent will not push into that area either. They won't put themselves in those kinds of positions as often to where you can just kind of get in behind them, go, nothing personal, Squid. So if you're going to be playing the Clapples, what you're going to have to start doing, what they're kind of going to start forcing you to do, be as they become better players, your opponents, is you're going to have to work around cover kind of like a roller does. This is one of the best maps, I would say, for this weapon because you have so many blind corners that you can sneak around. You see a lot of like Luna Blasters, Tri-Sloshers, things like that on this map, ambush weapons. You're going to want to kind of like sneak around a corner, and then as soon as an opponent is walking by, dodge, roll out, and delete them, and then vanish into the ether again. I don't know whether you run Ninja Squid. That can be very helpful on a weapon that is as short range as this is. But a lot of people are starting to stray away from Ninja Squid, even for weapons like Tri-Sloshers or Rollers that have traditionally used them. And that's for reasons we can get to another time. But that is an option, and that's kind of... The Ninja Squid playstyle, at the very least, is something that Clapple Doolies will want to do. So that's what I would suggest in terms of combat for this weapon. And notice that I said you want to roll out from cover. My stance on Doolies right now, the way that the meta is and everything, is that if you're going to be playing them, at a competitive level, you want as a skill to be able to roll, and by the time the dodge roll is done, you want to have your aim on your opponent and be able to zero them out without missing a shot. It's a lot easier to do that on like the standard Splat Doolies than it is on the Clapples, because the Dapple Doolies roll is much faster. But I think to get the full benefit out of the weapon, that's something you want to be able to do. I'm not saying you have to be at that point right this second, but that's kind of the goal that I would want you to be working towards if you're going to stick to the Clapples.
So how do I work towards that?
So let me show you what I do a lot of the time in the training room. So I used to be a Doolies player. I used to split my time pretty evenly between the Enperry Doolies and the Tenatech. So yeah, forget it. We'll just run in with gear I've got right now. So you go in here. You know how to get into the training room, I trust.
Yeah.
So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, with my reticle wherever, off the target. I'm going to roll, and then my goal is going to be to get the reticles on the target as soon as I'm done rolling. That one was not perfect. Like I said, the roll is very fast, and I don't play this weapon, so I'm not exactly used to quite how far the dodge roll goes. But one of the things that I'm thinking as I go into this roll is I'm thinking to compensate for where I'm going to end up. So, like, if I aim at the target right now, but then I roll, I'm obviously off the target. And so I'm thinking, like, where does my reticle need to be so that when I'm done with this roll, it's on the target and I'm already hitting shots? So you can see, like, in terms of, like, going back and forth like this, I'm actually not doing an awful lot. I'm accomplishing a lot of the aim with where I place the roll. Now, sometimes you don't have the ability to do that. Sometimes, like, oh, if I, roll towards this guy, I'm going in a straight line and I'm not making the missed shots. So maybe I do need to adjust a little bit as I, like, go past him. So I try to get something like that down. But basically, you want the muscle memory so that wherever you roll from, as soon as you're done rolling, the shots are going to be directly on top of them. And so this sort of practice, I would do first with the stationary targets, just to kind of calibrate yourself, basically. But then I would also make sure to spend at least some of my time doing this on the moving targets, because especially the better you get, players are not going to just stand still or keep, like, walking and shooting as soon as they see that shots are hitting them. They're going to start trying to move away. And so being able to not only get your aim on, but also track that aim as the target moves in a given direction, like I'm doing there, is going to be important. And so just doing this and focusing specifically on, do I have my aim on before I start shooting? Am I missing any shots before this target goes down? Getting to the point where you are more confident that, like, every time you roll, your aim is going to be on as soon as the roll is done. That's kind of where you want to be as your end goal. And again, you don't have to be there, like, right away. You know, I'm obviously not there at all right now. But I always think, like, you know, aim for being the best in the world, and then just be okay with not hitting your goal just yet. That's kind of how I think about it. So, and it's going to be a lot different with different dualies. So, like, that one, you can see the roll is a little bit further away. It's a little bit slower. So these dualies are much easier to accomplish this goal with because the roll takes so much longer. You don't have to have your shots on right away. You have a little bit more time to adjust them. And you also have more range on these as well. So something like the Kensa dualies are still a pretty decent weapon. I think people tend to favor shooters more in this meta, but that's an option for you. The Galuga dualies are a little bit odd. They have a very slow fire rate, and so if you're not confident in your aim, definitely not my first choice. But they have an extremely fast kill time because they only have to hit 2 shots if you rolled. So, you know, if you do hit that, you know, that's almost as fast as, you know, the other dualies are, and it's much longer range. So there's that. So I would say if you want to stick to dualies, my 2 recommendations, they depend on how aggressively you want to play. I would either say go for the Tetra dualies if you want to play ultra aggressive and still have splashdown, or I would say go for the custom dualie squelchers if you want to play a more support focused role where you do want to just kind of sit back and paint and let your opponents push into you. So I'll explain kind of the differences between the 2 here. So the Tetra dualies, Tetra 4, they have 4 dodge rolls instead of 2 before they hit that little break in their where you have to wait. So you just kind of zip all over the place, you schmoove. And while this isn't the fastest kill time, one advantage...
Hey, quick question.
Go ahead.
Sorry, is there a way you can move your Switch screen to this call?
Oh, shoot. I forgot that I wasn't doing that. Absolutely.
Oh, sorry, because it's just a little bit lag behind, so I'm not matching up with you.
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, don't switch there. And it looks like it is... Oh, I see. I know what's going on. So do this, and then I'm going to switch the screen that you're seeing so that it is what I am actually broadcasting on OBS. There. Sorry about that. Thank you for stopping me there. Okay. So, the one thing about the Tetra dualies that makes it splat deceptively quickly is that it is actually shooting while it rolls. And no other dualie does that. So, like...
I did not know that thing.
I did not complete the roll before I was hitting shots there. I think you get, like, 2 or 3 shots while you're mid-roll. And the accuracy on them is kind of booty. But if you can aim well enough so that even mid-roll you are still hitting shots, you decrease your kill time substantially over the other dualies, simply because you're not wasting all of this time doing nothing while you dodge. You're actually hitting those shots. So that is a big advantage of these dualies, on top of the fact that they just schmoove everywhere and delete people. The Tetras are a very, very specialized weapon. If you're going to go for these dualies, like, on a competitive level, you want to be one-tricking them, because they are fairly technically demanding, and the way that you have to play is very different from most other dualies. You play very much on your own, and you're going for flanks, and you're basically kind of feeding in and trying to go for kills. You're playing extremely aggressively, more aggressively than most other weapons will. And then you're running a lot of quick respawn so that if you do go down without picking anybody, you're back into the fray as quickly as possible and able to keep feeding again. So that's kind of how this works. Very flashy, very fun weapon, but also it doesn't paint very well. So you have to be, you know, very reliant on your teammates for that. You either, you get splats so that your team outnumbers them, and that's why they paint more, or your team just compensates by running an awful lot of ink. So very specialized, but a skilled Tetris player is something that can just single-handedly stop a competitive team. If you are technically more skilled on the Tetris than somebody else, it is very hard for their entire team to deal with you. So that's one option. The other option is the CDS. The dually squelchers themselves are also a very solid weapon if you want Tentamissiles. They have a worse sub-weapon, which is the primary reason that I recommend going for the custom dually squelchers. Point sensors, for the amount of ink that you're spending on them, they don't get you as much value as a bomb does. You don't have any kill threat with that. You might make it so that your teammates have vision and maybe they're able to pick up an assist from it, but that's the best case scenario. Whereas with a splat bomb, you guarantee that someone is not in that spot for a certain amount of time. And it also has a very good painting special, so this would be very good for something like splat zones. It's also good for denying people access to like the clam basket or the tower, so very solid weapon all around. So the custom dually squelchers, extremely long range. Like for the maneuverability of this weapon, this range is ludicrous. And your job here is not to like be going in and being super aggressive, because you have a really slow kill time compared to most other weapons, even in the dodge roll state. But the trick is, if somebody wants to come at you and fight you, they have to advance into your range before they can hit you. So what you can do is like, oh, this guy's coming at me? Okay, I'm going to dodge roll backwards and be hitting them, and dodge roll backwards and still be hitting them before they can hit me. You kite them, which is a concept I talk about in the A rank video. I don't know if you've seen that.
I have, yeah.
Okay. And I also did a video on jump tech, so you can watch that if you want to see this kind of thing in action. That technique is exceptionally powerful once you know the range that you can do it at and you can execute it effectively. So that's kind of the idea there. Again, it's a very strong zoning playstyle. You paint an awful lot because you have this ridiculous range. We'll kind of show you, you paint these very long strips. I've got special already. Well, wait, no, that's because I didn't use it earlier. Okay. Let's see how fast... I used the special! Get rid of my meter. Silly game. We'll stay here. Okay, now we reset, and now it should be empty. Okay. So I believe they've nerfed this weapon's, like, special so that it's, like, 220 or something. But, like, I've already got all of the area around me painted that I could ask for. And that was pretty quick, so... Very strong painting weapon. You'll get very high amounts of paint numbers in, like, Turf War, so your teammates will like you for that. And, like I said, zone control. If somebody advances towards you, they can't be there anymore, or they have to deal with you, they have to rush you, they have to do something. And you can kind of kite back. You can even distract large amounts of the enemy team to where, yeah, you may not be able to splat them immediately, but you're going to make them run at you for so long that maybe your team is actually able to get in there and do something. And you also have splat bombs, which are, in my opinion, the best sub-weapon in the game. There's definitely an argument for suction bombs as well. But I think the ability to roll a splat bomb and get a lethal hitbox out that quickly from rolling the splat bomb and just running away is extremely powerful. This is also very good for lobbing up at, say, that Explo that was giving you trouble in your game earlier. So I think splat bombs are exceptional and play well into any weapons kit, but definitely this one too.
Yeah.
So those are the two dualies that I think are probably the best in the current meta. And if you want to play the Dapple dualies still, that is totally fine. I think, you probably are... So the Bomb Rush is probably the better special for splat zones, but...
Oh yeah, sometimes I use the Dapple dualies, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Whether you want to play beacons or not is also a question, because beacons are high risk, high reward. You're sacrificing a lot not having a bomb, but if your teammates are able to get value from them and get into the match faster, then they can definitely be worth it. It depends on whether your opponents are taking them out quickly and whether you're able to get them into annoying places well. So those are my long-winded thoughts on all of that. We're going to go back to the match now and keep talking
How
about that.
long would you suggest practicing these techniques a day?
I usually warm up for between 5 and 10 minutes on aim stuff like that.
Okay.
Because I do notice a significant improvement in my aim when I do that for the 5 or 10 minutes before I start playing.
Yeah.
And if you do that daily, you know, that practice definitely adds up in a big way over time. So would definitely recommend those drills with any weapon that you're playing, you know, even if you're playing Explosher or something. Definitely worthwhile to be doing that under any circumstances, but especially so that you can start taking advantage of the dualies dodge rolls. Because if you can really master your aim tracking while you're dodge rolling, this sort of thing here is so difficult to aim at.
Yeah, I struggle with that.
Like, being able to get up right on top of someone and be like, oh, I'm over here. No, I'm over here. No, I'm over here. And doing it that quickly, so obnoxious. Like, if a Dapple Dualies does close distance, there's almost no weapon in the game that should be able to splat it. It is one of the fastest kill times in the game. It does a lot of damage per shot, and it's so zippy. It goes like zoom, like vroom, vroom. So, that is by far the biggest strength of the weapon. And so, going back to the match we're talking about, I would say, you know, if this is a weapon that you want to play, you want to be taking advantage of that in fights like these, instead of having to rely on the double reticle aim to hit stuff. All right. So you should be able to see the game now, right? It's on the... Okay, good. So let's keep going here. So once again, probably a situation you could have jumped into your E-leader. You don't super jump at all in this match, and so every single time that you get splatted, that's going to be one of my pieces of feedback, that if you're checking the map, you'll be able to see whether it's safe to go in on that and to put yourself into the game faster. It's especially important when your opponents have points ticking down, that you're able to go in there and get aggression and, you know, put some pressure on them to get them away from that as soon as possible. All right, so right now you're in a 2-down situation. So not the worst idea to just be painting up here, although I would also be careful because they're going to see the big charger laser of your teammate here. And so knowing that they have a numbers advantage, they might just choose to rush the charger, which they end up doing here. So being in position to maybe get a pick off of them getting overzealous and going after your charger might actually help you even out the numbers advantage. So that's maybe something that you could have tried to do. But as it is, your charger got away, so it was largely fine. I think maybe your teammate tried jumping in and died. So I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a safe jump after all. Hard to tell because you don't open your map, so we can't see it from that perspective. So I like the idea of going in with the bubble here. I think what you could have done instead, because you've got an E-leader behind you and that's about it, right? The others are kind of spawning in right now. You can see that there is a Splatling in front of you. This Nautilus is one of the few weapons in the game that contests you for kill time, and they have help, and they have range advantage on you. So if you pop this bubble right now, all of your cover is gone and you're standing in mid. And on top of that, if you get splatted, you're going to get splatted on the zone. When you get splatted, it drops enemy paint underneath where you were splatted. So getting splatted on the zone is absolutely the worst thing that can happen, because not only are you down now and you're not able to provide that paint for your team, but you've also painted the zone for the enemy team by getting splatted there. So I would say don't pop this bubble. I would actually say use this bubble as cover to get close to them, and then roll out of it and delete one of them. Because now you immediately get hit by this Explo, which is pretty much guaranteed to happen. They see you go up in the air, they're going to have all the time in the world to aim at you and get that slosh right at your feet. And you're honestly very lucky they didn't splat you. I have no idea what else they were aiming at. Maybe the Nautilus ran out of charge or something, but like you should have died for that. There were 3 people right in front of you. That's definitely not safe. You would probably have gotten splatted at X rank or even maybe higher level S+.
The highest I've made it so far in S+ was S+9, but I've been in the S+ for like months.
Yeah, it is a very long time that you will spend at those ranks. So don't feel too bad about being there for a long time. Like, it's longer than all of the other ranks combined up until you get to X rank, you know? It is 10 different ranks. So the 3 Cs, the 3 Bs, the 3 As plus S, everything, all of that is just one big one like minor S+ rank below it, if you want to think about it that way. One thing I want to see you doing here, you can see how damaged you are because the ink is so close to the center of the screen. Drop into your own ink and heal. If you're damaged this much, no fight that you take is going to be a good one, no matter how fast you splat someone, because they only need 1 shot on you. So heal up before you do anything else. Which you do there, which is awesome, although I probably wouldn't have peeked this corner before I was healed up. Reason being, if this guy here is like, okay, they were here recently, let's pre-fire this corner and see if they're going to rush me. If they just decide to do that, they might hit you from this position here. So I would say before you go around a corner, sit right here maybe and turn your camera so that you can see around the corner before your body is around the corner. This is what they call face checking in League of Legends. You check to see if it is safe with your face, and it is your face that is at risk if that is not the case. So now from here, we know that your charger is down, so they've rushed in a little bit, but remember that you're a little bit staggered right now. The rest of your team has been splatted recently, and you know that you saw 3 of your opponents in mid. You were the furthest forward. So showing yourself here is definitely risky because you know that there's so many of them in the area. Again, here, this is your aiming with dual reticle, and it almost pans out for you. I think this guy gets away, though. Yes, they get away. And this situation here, literally, is why the Dapple dualies are not as popular in the meta right now. Because if you get out of their range, they don't get to delete you. It's really hard for you to hit those shots that you would need to hit to get this splat, because you see them right there. This is the first warning that you have that they're there. So being able to roll up, anticipate that they're going to be about this point right here, and land all of your shots on them in that time, that's a pretty difficult technical thing to do. So I don't necessarily blame you for not hitting that. I don't know that I could have hit those shots if I were in your position. And now they're around the corner. You kind of have to rush into a really exposed area where this person definitely knows where you are, and this person will very shortly. And also, they've splatted your teammates in this time. Oh, and now the Explo has figured out where you are, too. So now you've got to back away from that as well. Yeah, it was a really rough situation that you were pushing into, and if your teammates are able to, like, push in from the front and you're able to push in from the back and you pincer them, maybe that's one thing. But they were going to be able to run around cover to the side. They had more members up than your team did. Just generally wasn't a winning fight. I'd say probably as soon as you get away from the 3 that you saw in mid, I would be backing up instead of trying to push forward and maybe try to flank them like that. Okay. Oh man, so you're still 2 down. This is so rough, this situation right here. Have you seen the S Plus video? Because this is
I have, yeah.
This is 100% a feed stagger situation. So, like, it starts about here, right here. Yeah. You've got 2 down right now. So let's look. You've got 1 down and they've got 4 up. So you actually get a pick, so it's even at this point. So this is probably your strongest place to push right now. So you try to go in. Maybe part of the reason that you splash down, this is a habit that a lot of people get into with splashdown. You're splashing down whenever you feel like your feet are painted and you can't get out. Resist that temptation, aim down and paint your feet. Something that actually helps a lot with this is getting into higher level Salmon Run. Salmon Run forces you to paint your feet a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm in professional right now.
Yeah. So Salmon Run is a great place to go in and literally just focus on when I am in enemy ink, aim down, paint my feet, aim back up, and be able to move like that. Because splashing down right here, what that always does to people is the way someone's going to beat you is they're going to have a longer range weapon than you. They're going to paint your feet. You're going to splash down. You're not going to do any damage to them because you're too far out of range to hit them with the splash down. And now they know exactly where they are, where you are, and they shoot through the splash down and splat you from there. So that sort of situation, you want to avoid that by not doing the splash down to paint your feet, but trying to just paint your feet normally. Maybe like use the splash down from closer to them, like ride the bubble a little further before you do the splashdown, at least force them away from the zone, or just don't use the splashdown at all and roll in there and try to shoot them with your main weapon, maybe something like that. Anyway, so now your E leader is down and you're in a 3v4. You almost get that pick there, but in the meantime they get your teammates, so now you're 2 down. So this whole time now you're down. This whole time your team has been at least 1 down, and now they've been down 2 players for the majority of this. And again, you're 2 down. The junior is only just respawning. The E leader is down. At this point, now that your teammate is down here, this is almost an unwinnable game because they've pushed up this far. Now, the only way that you win this is all 4 of your teammates group up someplace safe, and they somehow find a way to paint for specials without getting spotted by the Explo and zeroed out. Then they get maybe a special or 2, and they just bum rush the zone. They just zoom at it and kind of throw caution to the wind and get a couple of lucky picks and are able to splat the enemy team and neutralize the zone. That's the only way that this works at this point. Right now, your entire court is painted, so it's so hard to rush in at them. You're forced to back up and, like, in this situation, you know, under any other circumstances, what you did is totally the right idea. You want to back up, you want to come back in from a better position. But with 10 ticks left on the clock, remember, these ticks are not seconds. These are seconds, but, like, if I go back, you'll see, you know, in 5 seconds, we went down from 19 to 11. So it's almost double the speed. You have 5 seconds to neutralize the zone at this point. At this point, the game is completely lost. There is no player on your team that can do anything that will actually paint the zone well enough in time to neutralize it. So at that point in time, I would say, like, right here, when you're going out, you gotta just hold forward. You gotta just cross your fingers and pray that you're gonna catch someone out and that maybe you're able to actually win a fight and get into mid from there. And this isn't a winning fight to take. This isn't a fight you want to be taking. But at this point, it's kind of a fight you have to take. So kind of just like roll in a couple times. If you don't splat someone by then, maybe throw out a splashdown. You got to zoom your way to zone. Because, yeah, that splashdown got you into court. But with 2 points left, nothing going to happen except, well, the Nautilus. That was actually some really good shooting from them. So that is a lot for you to think about. I would ask, like, are you considering switching weapons, or do you want to stick with the dapples, based on what we've talked about so far?
I have been switching weapons in different modes, testing them out, but I think I'd really like to stay with the dapples.
Okay. So in that case, definitely be working on aim, so that, you know, if you want it to be where if you get up close to someone, that is like a 95-5 fight that you're taking there. That, like, almost nothing is going to beat you, and if it's going to beat you, it has to be because you're, like, already damaged or something. Secondly, harass more with torpedoes. Use this more, because that Explo caused you way more problems than it had to. You could have just been like, haha, you don't get to stand there, haha. Torpedo, funny. I can throw this at you from E-leader range and you can't do anything. Haha, wee! Look, I'm so far away from you and I'm still doing damage to you. So that's kind of what you do to backliners. As soon as you figure out where they are, you chuck a whole bunch of these. The other thing about torpedoes that's really nice is it will make your opponents look at them. So, like, you throw one of these up in the air, but then you swim in with it. And like this guy right here might have been looking at the torpedo instead of you. So
Yeah.
that can be a tactic that you try and use to get those really quick, easy splats. Consider a Ninja Squid build. I, again, don't know whether that's meta right now, but it is something that will help you line up your fights just a little bit better. Up until, like, mid or upper level X rank, you can see the Ninja Squid a little bit. You can see there are the little trails that I'm leaving behind in the ink if you look really closely on screen. So, like, those are actually visible to your opponents, even if you don't see the splashing around you. And that's something to consider. That is a significant weakness of Ninja Squid. But it's still a significant amount of stealth. You're going to be able to get flanks off on Ninja Squid because people are not going to notice you. It is still valuable to have. Just a question of how valuable and whether it's worth the swim speed. So that's something to think
What's
about. Go ahead.
The easiest way or the fastest way to get those chunks, though?
So, are you familiar with the effect of gear brands?
No.
So, different gear... Let me back out of this so I can show you. Different gear has different brands, and those brands actually have an impact. So, this one's Scallop, and this one's Crack-On. Scallop gear is 5 times more likely to give you quick respawn. Crack-On, which is the gear that you'll want to be farming here, is 5 times more likely to give you swim speed. You can see I've actually got a swim speed thing here already. I've been wearing a lot of Crack-On gear to farm for this. So the fastest way to do it would be to wear all Crack-On gear and spend sea snails to reroll and just keep getting swim speed chunks from that. But if you don't have sea snails, and what I will do often when I'm just going into a turf lobby, is I will find a random piece of Crack-On gear that has 3 slots, I will scrub it, and then I'll find another piece like that. There's Crack-On, and another piece like that. There's Crack-On. And I will wear this with maybe like a drink ticket that gives me faster gear experience. Each of these is... Oh, what you could also do is get a drink ticket that makes it more likely to get this gear chunk. Both of those drink tickets help a lot with gear farming.
Yeah.
And you'll farm them up a little bit quicker that way. It's still fairly slow, but it's definitely the fastest way to do it without spending the sea snails.
Okay. Thank you.
Also bear in mind that there are certain, every gear that gives you 5 times more of a patch also gives you 5 times less of a different patch. So I want to say Zeko. I think it's Zeko. Whatever the run speed one is, it gives you 5 times less, I think, of swim speed. So that's another thing to bear in mind there. But, so yeah, if you're going to wear Ninja Squid, definitely look up how much swim speed it would be good to use to neutralize the slowing effect that Ninja Squid has. But that's a way that you could find a way to sneak up on people more often. And also, definitely try and find some, strong, maybe X rank or competitive Dapples players to see kind of where they're sharking, where it is they're deciding to hide before they jump out at someone.
Yeah. Do you have any suggestions of people that I can watch? Because I struggle to find dualies in the high ranks.
Yeah. Dapple dualies, it's tough. Because I know that, like, Kiver, for example, has a lot of play on the Kensa dualies, so he can help you out with those. Custom dualie squelchers is one of the most common weapons in the meta right now, so those are really easy to find. There are a number of very solid Tetris players, like... really, you're kind of just looking for a competitive player who streams, so, like, even though he's not, like, top level, Kami Penguin, he does a lot of stuff on Twitter. Like, he posts a lot of clips. So he might be good to check out for Tetradualies. CDS, basically you can go on sendu.inc and probably find like 9 different players who have top 500 and have builds for that weapon. Sendu.inc can actually be a pretty good way to figure out like who is actually doing the best on those weapons and see if you can track them down on a Twitch stream or something. Because if you go to builds, let me do a browser capture here real quick. That's not the right tab. Oops. And there it is. Okay. So if you go on sendu.inc and you look up clear dapple doolies. Okay, so Synapse, you can see this orange crown. That means they're top 500. And anyone who's reached top 500, I would generally trust. I would also certainly trust Ganbo Wumi. Ganbo Wumi, as a player, they are not top 500 themselves, but this isn't Ganbo Wumi's build. Ganbo Wumi, in particular, looks up builds from top Japanese players. This is Chocopero's build. Chocopero has hit 3,000 X power. So this guy knows how to build the Clapples. And this would be a good build to follow. Chase247 is a dually specialist that actually does a lot of content. They're around my skill level. So they would probably be a good person to watch just because they're a specialist on that weapon. So all of these builds, you know, this is more like North American thinking, and then this is a Japanese player, so this is what kind of they're going to use. I think Premier League might be only Splat Zones. That might be why they're running Last Ditch Effort, but it's clearly either, you know, a lot of quick respawn, comeback and a lot of quick respawn, or Last Ditch Effort seems to be what people are running here. And I'm not seeing a lot of Ninja Squid at all here, which is interesting. There's one, but like this is way far down, and I don't know if it sorts people explicitly by their ranks, but I would definitely trust top 500 builds more than anything else, unless I like knew the person. So this is kind of how it's looking, and it's looking like this is very similar, in fact, to the Tetra Dualies build, which is build quick respawn, run in, feed, try and get splats, and then if you die, you jump back in really quickly and do it again. And you can see, you know, this build is running an awful lot of quick super jump, as is this one. That's more than I even see a lot of Chargers play right now. So that's interesting to me. Probably for the splashdown, I would guess. I don't know. I'm surprised that they're not running as much special saver, but those are my thoughts there on... And I think part of the reason they would be running Object Shredder is either to negate armor faster, or just because... I mean, that's obvious. That's going to be the reason that they're using Object Shredder. But maybe Stealth Jump isn't as useful because you have Splashdown. And maybe that's what they're thinking is with running that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, hopefully that has given you at least a few people to look at.
Yeah, thank you.
Do not do what Putz does. Putz is a good example of how to play too aggressively, and also how to get very, very upset at his teammates and start throwing because he's mad. So while he is a very high-profile Dapple Doolies player, would definitely not recommend following his example in a lot of things.
Okay.
All right. So that is going to do it. Wow. Okay, that was the longest one we've done of those yet. I knew it was going long. I didn't know it was going that long. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming out and watching us here. Big thanks to Kiwi for being willing to put themselves out here on the stream and be criticized. That is not something that I will ever take for granted. That is sometimes a very nerve-wracking thing to do. I really appreciate them
so much. I really appreciate the help.
If you, any one of you 24 people, holy moly, if any, those are big numbers for a Splatoon stream, okay? If any one of you guys are interested in a coaching session like this, just find me on Discord. I will put the Discord in the stream chat right here. Just find Gem. My little, I guess, status message there is I am the one who woomies. I should be at the very top because I've got the coach's role, and so that'll put me above everybody else because, of course, I'm above everyone else. And just send me a DM. That's exactly what Kiwi did. That's exactly what all of these people have done. Just DM me on Discord that you would like to be on the show. Let's talk about how we're going to figure out how we get your footage, and we'll go from there, and I'll schedule you out. Next stream, we're going to be having Zacharias, and if I speed things up a little bit, we will probably be able to fit in a second person if there is demand to do so. So definitely room on stream for next time. Thank you all, everybody, for watching. I'll plug the YouTube channel really quickly. Bravous East. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Favor? Go ahead.
Yes, on your stream there, Kiwilicious. I don't have
Kiwilicious
Twitch,
on.
so I don't think I can comment. Could you ask them, or I guess they can hear me, if they can have like their Discord or their friend code?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Chibi, you're in the Discord, aren't you? I can just tag both of you in a message in like Splatoon talk.
Oh, perfect. Another Julie's friend.
Yes. They were actually on the show previously. And so
Nice.
they might be somewhat... I think we still have them on the VODs. Chibi, did we archive your session on the Bravous VODs channel? I forget if we did that or not. I got the bright idea to do that at some point, and so unfortunately we lost some of those VODs, ultimately. But there we go. You're not sure? Okay, that probably means it's not there. I will double check to see if that's the case. But anyway, I want to do a quick shout out to the Bravous YouTube channel. I have made some very long form and very thorough videos on the process of improving from one rank to another. And if you're interested in checking those out, it's Bravous Esports, just like it is on the Twitch channel. You can find the YouTube there, and go check those out, because I've worked for those. Each one of them is months of work to script it and edit it together. I've put my best effort out there to teach about as well as I can. You know, those are going to be better put together than anything that I could say in a coaching session. So absolutely check those out if you have been enjoying this content and want to see more of that sort of thing. But as for right now, right this second, that is going to be it from us on Bravous Esports. I'd like to thank all of the coaches who, unfortunately, I'm not in the voice chat with them right now, and they've probably dipped out at this point. Yes, they have. So they can't say goodbye, but I'm sure they would, and they would say that they enjoyed playing with you all, and we would love to see you all next time. So thank you for watching, and that's going to be all for the night.